agreement. The deal should complete in the next 24 to 48 hours. Jacob Steinberg has said that Rice always wanted Arsenal all along and he's going to get his move. Of course, there's suggestions that City walked away from some journalists. Others believe that they pulled away because the player had, in the end, picked Arsenal. I don't suppose Arsenal fans really care in the cold, hard light of day, the same as yourself. But he is going to become an Arsenal player. £105 million in total they're going to pay, including very achievable add-ons. How big a move is this, in your opinion, for Arsenal?
Yeah, they needed him. Like I say, they needed him. They wanted him. They've been talking about him. I think everybody realised that he probably wanted that move, staying in London, and they've got him. So fair play. They need it. They need something because they were telling us all last year how much of a great side they was, and now they were going to do this, and now we're top of the league at Christmas, and now we've won all these games, and now we're going to do this, and and at the end of the day, we seen what happened. Yeah, all that talk and all that nonsense that they were coming out with, and they were going to do this, and you're 8 points behind, and you can't catch us, and all that shit that came out of the mouth, and then they fell flat on their ass, and the only team that fucked it up was them, nobody else. They let Man City in. They dropped 12, 15 points in the last 10 games. Nobody else. You know what I mean? But Declan Rice takes them up on another level. Are they good enough to catch Man City? No. Does Declan Rice take them anywhere near us? No. Is Kai Havertz going to win you the league? No. So, just get gassed up, man. Get gassed up. I don't care. I was the one that stuck my bollocks on the line and told you the big blue shark was coming. And you all sat there and rattled away and said, Big Steve talks shit. Big Steve talks nonsense. Big Steve's a dickhead. Big Steve doesn't know what he's talking about. But Big Steve watched his team win a treble while you all fucked off home 15 minutes early against Brighton because your asses fell out. So let's listen to Big Steve a bit more, yeah, and relax instead of calling people names on Instagram because, really deep down, it was the worst bottling since Kevin Keegan said, I'd love it if we fucking beat them.
Are you a little bit upset, Steve? Are you a little bit
upset? Rice?
I just Arsenal fans in general.
No, do you know what I don't get? It's like, I give Arsenal credit, and more than anyone, on the Big Six. I told them to keep Arteta, yeah? They were all over it. Oh, yeah, Big Steve, yeah, and all that. The second they go toe-to-toe with Man City, they want to get up and personal with me and start giving me shit. We're top of the league, and you won't do this, and you won't do that. But then the second it flips and backfires and I give it them back, they don't like it. So apparently I'm allowed to win the league, the FA Cup and the Champions League, but I'm not allowed to say anything about it because I'm arrogant. I'm not allowed to talk about it because I'm salty. But if you mention them bottling the league, which they did, that's a fact. They did. They bottled the league, not us. Yeah. If you mention that, fucking hell, all hell breaks loose. You know what I mean? So they're a very fragile bunch of fans. You know what I mean? They need to relax. We got Declan Rice FC. That's what they're called now. We got Declan Rice FC. So how about we won the Premier League FC? Let's see that. If we see that, then you'll get my full credit. But until you do that, nobody gives a shit about Arsenal. You know what I mean? No one gives a shit. I don't give a shit.
Love it, Steve. I love a Steve rant. I love a Steve rant. They're so direct, concise, and to the point. This here from Anthony says, Steve burnt his Rice City shirt this morning, is what Anthony says. Lol, this City geezer is so salty. 115 breaches and crying like a baby. Small club mentality from a cheating club with small-minded fans. Bit harsh.
You know what I mean? They're even paying, yeah, super chats to say this shit, man. To me, I just want to just watch my team win the treble. Do I look, Terry? Do I look salty? Do I look upset? I'm worried. Do I look worried about what I've just seen my team win the treble? We're champions of Europe, and I've got Arsenal fans that were top of the league for 248 days saying I'm salty. I'm not paying to send a chat in to tell me I'm salty. So there's only one fan base that's rattled here. There's only one set of fans that are upset here, and it ain't Man City fans, and it ain't me.
Do you feel it here says that Steve can give it, but he can't take it? Rice chose Arsenal over the treble winners. Arsenal still bigger than City.
Oh, listen, people like that, you can't argue with people like that. It's in the brain, you know what I mean? It's like, people like that need help. So, I'm not getting involved in that. That's just hilarious stuff. That's the mentality. That's the mentality, yeah, that makes them different. That's the mentality that makes them different. They group together as a fan base. They set up the Ashburton Army. They thought they were CSKA Moscow, all hiding under a bridge with flares. They marched to the ground telling everyone Arsenal were back, yeah? But when Arsenal really, truly needed them, when they were on their arse against Southampton, 3-3, when they were getting beat off Brighton and they needed the fans to get them over the line, they all fucked off home early for a kebab and went to bed. So let's not pretend that these Arsenal fans are like, they're right 100% behind the team, because as soon as Arteta loses a couple of games in the first 10, it'll be Arteta out, get Edu out, and let's go and get a new manager. So we know what they're about, innit?
Guna Dan here says, can't do a Steve drinking game. He's just too calm, is what Guna Dan says. This here from Jason says, Arsenal spending where needed. Squad will be much stronger next year. Windows looking more exciting than ever. P.S. How many subs you need to stop getting Lee on your show? Respect to Big Steve. Look, we will always have a diverse range of opinions on the show. I don't agree with a lot of what Lee says, but if we had everybody that comes on and says the same things, the shows would be quite boring. In terms of the first bit here from Jason, how much more of a threat to your Premier League title do you think Arsenal will be next year with Rice, Timber looking like it's going to get done, and Caicedo on the way?
No, they're not going to get anywhere near us, sir. They're not going to get anywhere near us. No.
Why?
Because what did they think City's just going to stand still? Do they think City's just going to stand still, let everyone sign players around us, and then we get caught up? I don't think that happens. We just won the treble. We've got Erling Haaland up front. We've got a great defence, great goalkeeper. We're going to add to it. But the one thing we've got that they haven't, we've got winning mentality. We know how to get shit done when the chips are down. Our asses does not fall out at the first sign of adversity like them. If we go 2-0 down at home to Brighton, we get the game fucking back and we win it. They all fuck off home, yeah, and sit on the pitch and cry. Or Zinchenko does one of them fake speeches and tries to get the crowd going again. And then, how many times did Zinchenko get the team in a huddle last season, and what good did it do him? Tell me what Arsenal won last season. Fuck all, yeah? Nothing. They went out of every single cup. We're concentrating on the league this year. You see now we're concentrating on the league. All you concentrated on was fuck all because you won. Fuck all. Simple as that. So let's get the mentality up, boys. Let's get the fans staying till the end, yeah, getting behind the team for a full season, and we'll see where you are next year. Because next year, when I decide to bring the shark out again, your fucking asses will go. You'll flap it, and you'll be all, and we'll be on you again. You know what I mean? So don't worry about Arsenal. Don't worry about them. Worry about Liverpool.
Yeah, I think I said it when I was speaking. I said Caicedo instead of Rice. It was a slip of the tongue, people. I wouldn't focus too much on it. This here says, Steve can't believe Rice chose Arsenal over City. Clearly, Rice knows a big club when he sees one.
No, it's got fair play to him, yeah. If he wants to go to Arsenal, let him go to Arsenal. I can't believe Erling Braut Haaland chose Manchester City over Real Madrid, but shit happens.